Hi, I'm Dr. Joyce Long, the developer of the Discover Learning Workshops. So, I am here today to talk to anyone who is interested in becoming a coach. We look at coaches as just someone who is willing to lead small groups of other parents and give them instruction on how to support their children before they go to school. You can be a coach regardless of your prior experience. If you care about your children and you know other parents who want their children to have a positive experience when they enter school, you can be a coach. You can be a great coach. And so it doesn't make any difference if you've been a great student yourself in school. It doesn't make any difference if you even know how to read. If you can follow these videos that talk about what we have done and how to help children, you can be a coach. So we have had all different formats. In fact, the formats are pretty well. The formats are stable, but the environment can be quite flexible. So even if you just know one or two other parents and you want to join and make a small group, that's you can do it. And I have done it, and I've trained other people to do it in smaller groups, with up to 8 to 10 parents and their children. I've done it in homeless shelters, in churches, in community buildings, even in regular school buildings. We've been given space so that we can go in and help parents work with their children. Almost every administrator wants to have that happening in their school. So anything that we can do to help is available. So uh, if you have a thought to do it and you're not sure where to go, you can go to your local school and say, I've got this idea, I've got this curriculum, I'd like to bring some families together. Is it possible to do it here? So, um, and I've done it with recent immigrants. I've done it with people who don't speak English. I've done it in foreign countries, and it doesn't make any difference what the culture. These workshops can be done with parents because they're exactly what children need, regardless of what the culture is. And so, the purpose of these workshops. Why would we want to have a small group? Because some parents may never think that they're qualified. So the workshops not only give parents encouragement, but they equip them. And so, in the midst of peer support, they also can learn from each other. So if they see that one parent is in the class is struggling with something that they have struggled with, it helps them to be courageous, to speak up when they hear other people talking about the same thing. And it's just such a positive environment for learning. And if parents are learning and they're feeling encouraged, then they can do it with their children. So basically, this series is just going to be 4 different sessions. And in this first one, I just wanted to talk about why these workshops were important, why coaching is important, and what they can look like. So I've already talked about that. We always usually have one person who's the lead instructor, and then they usually have 1 to 2 other parents who are their assistants. And depending on the space that's available, you can have everybody in the same room working at tables, or you can, and if you have enough space and extra rooms, if the families come during the day and there's no one to watch their younger children, you could have another room set up for childcare with toys. And we have used people to go, we've rotated parents who would go in and take their turns helping the younger children so that the older children and the parents can work together. I mean, the preschoolers, by older children, I mean preschoolers who would be entering kindergarten. And if possible, it's good to have the infants in another room so they're not distraction. So in the next video, I'll talk about basically the structure for the coaching series, as far as what workshops look like when you have multiple people together, and then we will also talk about what happens in the final class. And in the 4th video, we'll talk about some possible next steps once you have finished the series. Okay, see you in a few minutes.